All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Philadelphia Eagles. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Here we go. Green 80. Green 80.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here we go. Set. Green 80. Set.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Four down. Lucy. Green 80. Green 80.
Here's Bortles to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
On 2nd down, Kamara, and he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he showcased the spin, but couldn't do much else as he's wrangled down. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Brad Wing now to punt it away on 4th down. Back deep, Jalen Richard. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense.
Four down. Check. Spread right, 72. Sunday. Green and
On the counter, here's Williams. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here we go.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Green 80. 11. Green is it.
On 1st down, Bortles. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Williams. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Green 80.
Now a pitch out to Williams. A good move on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Dylan Cole, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Following the interception, Winston. He's going to air one out. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Watch him down, guys.
A second down throw for Winston. Flushed out right. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Swing, triple team.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. Here's Brad Wing now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Green 80. Green 80.
From the gun, it's Bortles. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism, because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Bortles to throw on 2nd down. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
Lucy.
Play action. Now it's Bortles. And he's got Moncrief. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Bortles. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. On play action, now Bortles. Man open left side, it's Williams. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pick up there of 20 yards. They run it for the first time with a backup move. And now running right through it. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and pound it in with Cross, the fullback. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Let's go.
Now they'll run. Murray. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and goal.
Green 80. Lucy. Green is it.
Shotgun now for Bortles. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Daryl Worley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Jameis on 2nd down. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. At the 16-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Working out of the gun, Winston. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A pretty good mark there. They needed 14. They got 14 on 3rd down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Winston now to throw on 1st down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Winston again. He's brought in by Jamison Crowder. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Again, it's Winston. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. A pair of 1st downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. On 1st and 10, Winston. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll throw again. Winston. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Jameis now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Michael Kendricks, the linebacker, there to get him down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. And the kick by Elliott is good. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, Gano out to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now a play fake here on first down. And that is incomplete.
That has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And some room to roam now. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
That's it, baby.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Winston. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Michael Thomas, his first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. And he'll bang that one through. Elliott now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Second and 6, just inside the 30. On second down, here's Bortles. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Throwing his Bortles on third down. And he finds McDonald. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The 15 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open. He finds a way to pick up a first down.
And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Hey, 380.
Bortles now on first down. Man open left side is Brown. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 7 yards the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Sunday.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone.
Let's go. Hey. You got three.
Bortles now on first down. And it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
Following the interception, Winston. He's got his man on the crossing route. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Room to run past midfield. He's at the 30. 20. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. That reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And he checks this one down to Williams. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Here we go, here we go.
That was second down run for Murray. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Shaq Lawson's one of those guys that after a while you quit just trying to define him by a position. Defensive end, outside linebacker, doesn't matter. He knows how to get upfield and spill some plays.
So disruptive. What makes him so disruptive?
I think it's strength. If you see his upper body, I mean, he's got some strength up there and some really good hands, but he's got some surprising quickness as well to get him upfield.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd. Bortles now to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. They begin on the ground with Kamara, and he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. A give. This is Kamara. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Play fake. Winston. He's going to float this over the middle deep. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. A 2nd down throw for Winston. And this is Cook with a grab. And he showcases the spin. A pretty good gain before he's taken down. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for the guys trying to get to the football.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete. Well, that'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another 1st down on the pickup of 5 yards. Winston now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Winston. That's caught. It's Thomas. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So 2nd in inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. Running with Kamara. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Thomas, the lone receiver, left. Jameis to throw it. And that is caught. But the back judge right there to say incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle 3rd of the field where he threw that one. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? They'll try to run it in. It's Kamara. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they've got to make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now Bortles throwing on second down. And McDonald here over the middle. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call, and you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
Bortles looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he's going to drop this off to Williams. Complete. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Must have.
It had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
On 1st down, Bortles. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Dante Moncrief, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. Bortles to throw once more. Forced out to his left. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
And the 49er hands team does its job. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Again, it's Kamara. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. They run it again with Kamara. And a short gain down to about the 33. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Elliott puts this one through. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And out now come the Eagles. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Throwing on first down is Bortles. Steps away to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. Man open left side, it's Williams. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. The Eagles on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the gun, it's Bortles. Over the right side, caught by Moncrief. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.